Okay, so we're adding the theme line at the bottom, and we're going to track how that progresses through the story. Okay, so we start with target number one. Target number one starts at the bar and goes up to, what are you doing? The point of reveal, where she reveals herself. And then we go to target number two, which picks up just before in the apartment with the guy, and skips the whole bar thing, and then goes past the what are you doing, and where she describes her whole scheme, describes her whole method, what she's been doing all this time. And this guy is like really nerdy. He's talking about, his novel that he's writing and all of this stuff. And she even says, you're not the worst one. But again, reemphasizing the nice guys who exploit opportunity. That's what we're talking about here. Okay, holding men accountable one by one, a totally fruitless task, but nonetheless, she's doing it. Okay, then we have Roman numeral 1, chapter 1. We're going to look at the Madison scene, the Dean Walker scene, the Jordan Green scene, and the bachelor party scene. And in each one, I want you to look at how the big picture is being described. That's the function of each of these scenes, is we're looking at the big picture. And Madison is sort of society at large as a whole. Madison's failure to take it seriously, what Nina went through, is society at large.
No, I mean, they all want a feminist in college because it's cool to have a girlfriend who cares about something. And statistically, feminists are more likely to do anal. It's a literal fact, by the way.
Really?
It comes down to it. All guys want the same thing.
And what's that?
A good girl.
I don't seem to remember you were that much of a good girl in med school.
Well, Fred, thanks. Fred didn't know me at school. He met me when I was working at L'Oreal.
Poor Fred.
What he doesn't know won't kill him, right?
I'm glad everything has worked out so well for you, Madison.
Thanks. It really has.
Yeah. I actually wanted to meet you today to talk about something in particular.
I did wonder. No one's heard from you in forever.
I wanted to talk to you about why I dropped out.
Okay, sure.
You remember what happened, right?
Such a long time ago now.
I know, but you remember.
I mean, vaguely.
Do you ever think about it?
Why would I?
Right. Why would you? So if a friend came to you now, came to your house and told you that they thought something bad had happened to them the night before.
Cassie.
Something bad.
It was years ago.
What would you say? What would you say?
A little weird.
Would you roll your eyes behind her back and dismiss the whole thing as drama?
I don't know why you're mad at me. Okay, I'm not the only one who didn't believe it. If you have a reputation for sleeping around, then maybe people aren't going to believe you when you say something's happened. I mean, it's crying wolf.
You thought I was crying wolf?
I don't make the rules. Look, when you get that drunk, things happen. Don't get blackout drunk all the time and then expect people to be on your side when you have sex with someone you don't want to.
That's a shame. I was hoping you'd feel differently by now.
Sorry.
For your sake, I was hoping you'd feel different by now.
Look, don't be mad. Just, I'll get the check, all right? It's my treat. Hello?
Are you okay, Madison?
My head is spinning. I just feel...
Okay, so this sort of general social milieu is taken as permission. And you weren't such a good girl yourself back in medical school. So what's being described here is what it's like to be drugged and taken to a room. Cassie goes to the bar and gives the guys the keys and the money and, says, don't do anything to her, but just, we're just trying to scare her. And this is a continuation of holding people accountable one by one. It's not the men themselves, but in this case, it's society holding Madison accountable for her part in it as just, reflecting the social norm, the socially acceptable point of view. Then we have Roman numeral number 2, and we will look at this.
Yes, Alexander Monroe. He actually just came back and gave a talk here. Oh, he's a really nice guy, really smart. Are you a friend of his?
No. So you don't remember the accusations made against Al Monroe?
I don't.
He took a girl, Nina Fisher, the one you don't remember, back to his room where he had sex with her repeatedly and in front of his friends while she was too drunk to have any idea what was going on. She was covered in bruises the next day. Handprints, I guess you could say.
Was it reported?
Yes.
Do you know who Nina spoke to?
You. But you can't remember, so. You felt there wasn't sufficient evidence. You said it was too much of a he said, she said situation.
Well, we get accusations like this all the time. 1 or 2 a week. I'm sorry I don't remember your friend Nina, but I can assure you at that time that I looked into it thoroughly.
His friends were all watching, laughing.
It's so hard. But also if she was drinking and maybe couldn't remember everything.
So she shouldn't have been drunk.
I'm not saying that.
Sorry, I don't mean to sound critical, Dean Walker. I just want to be clear.
None of us want to admit when we've made ourselves vulnerable, when we've made a bad choice. And those choices, those mistakes can be so damaging and really regrettable.
Regrettable?
Yes, because what would you have me do? Ruin a young man's life every time we get an accusation like this?
So you're happy to take the boy's word for it?
I have to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Of course you do.
Because innocent until proven guilty.
No arguing with that.
No.
Thank you for your time.
Is your friend okay?
No, she's not. But Al Monroe is. You'll be glad to hear he's doing really well. He's getting married, actually. So, I guess he did the right thing. We have to give these boys the benefit of the doubt. That's why I know you won't mind that 3 hours ago, I picked your daughter, Amber, up from school and introduced her to the boys who live in that room now.
What?
She is really pretty, huh? She looks a lot older than she is.
I don't believe you.
I noticed they had a few bottles of vodka in the room, too, but I'm sure they'll take good care of your daughter. She seemed excited, actually. Oh, wait. I have her phone. She'll be wanting that later.
You're crazy.
No.
Tell me what room my daughter is in right now.
I told you the same room Nina was in.
I told you I don't remember that.
Well, that's a shame.
What are you doing? She is a young girl.
I wonder if she looks so young to those guys.
You better tell me what room she's in. Tell me what fucking room she's in! Now! You sociopath! Tell me where she is! Please tell me. You're right, okay? Is that what you want to hear? You're right. You're right.
Look how easy it was. I guess you just had to think about it in the right way.
Okay, a lot going on there. I hope how we're describing the institutional response, the dean of the medical school, and how she's really expressing all of the institutional points of view about she was drinking, she shouldn't have been, doing what she was doing. She made a bad choice. That's regrettable. I can't ruin a young man's life, etc. We've gone from social with Madison into institutional here. This could be a corporate human resources office. This could be any kind of institutional environment where someone is trying to get justice, appropriate response. So what we see is she's demonstrating what it's like to know a loved one is being assaulted. So she's taking this institutional, I'm talking about Emerald Fennell, is taking this institutional environment, this institutional response, and making it personal by putting it in the context of the dean's daughter. And this one is a really elaborate scheme for Dean Walker. She has to get the daughter involved, etc. A bit implausible if you really look at it. How does Cassie find out who the daughter's favorite boy band is, etc.? But why do we accept it? We accept it because we are already drawn into the scheme of the film. We want to see her get this kind of accountability and justice. Last time I looked at it, I started sympathizing with Dean Walker. I actually had some tears welling up, when she's panicked about her daughter, which I think is what's supposed to happen because she's trying to make it personal. She's trying to make it real in an emotional way.